So we are back in San Myshuno once again, and there is a house in San Myshuno. I honestly always forget. This house is called the Old Salt House, and it is on a 30 by 30 here in San Myshuno. There are a few like community lots in San Myshuno and then mostly apartments, but then there's one singular house. And honestly, it's not that bad. The exterior is fine. It's a pretty basic shape. There is a little bit of a weird quirk about it. I was noticing you could kind of see some weird lines here. They're kind of hard to see, but just like weird little lines. I was like, what are these glitches? And then I click and there's a room here. What happened here? Like, did they try to build the house out a certain shape or something? I don't know. It's so strange. We have a really cool chimney. I mean, it's not really cool, but an interesting shaped chimney nonetheless. There is no fireplace, so it's just coming from nothing. The floor plan of this house is actually not too bad. We have like the entry right here, and then we can see there's a little staircase. I feel like this could be improved a little bit, just this kind of layout. It feels a little weird, like having to walk this way and then kind of, I don't know. It just feels kind of awkward right there. It's got a nice open floor plan for this main floor. Very nice though. Honestly, I don't really understand why the bookshelf is just like here in the middle. I guess that's a good little divider, but we have a kitchen, which I don't know about this kitchen. It's kind of the choices in color scheme is not my favorite, but the shape is fine. You know, lots of light. That is one thing about this house. There is so much light and windows that we could really take advantage of those. This living room, that's a choice also when it comes to the colors. I hate how the couch is like kind of off of the rug here and then the coffee table's here. It just feels a little bit like randomly placed. Like I would have at least done like this or something, you know, to fix it ever so slightly. We have a bathroom downstairs, which is fine. And then we have a little bedroom, which again, it's just okay. It just needs a little bit of some improvement. And then we do have an upstairs with a little kids room and another main bedroom up here. And then a bathroom, which honestly isn't so bad. It's just, I don't know. If there's going to be a kid, I would want there to be a bathtub up here at the very least. And then we have this like, I guess, balcony here. This would be really cool to turn into like a rooftop garden or something. But yeah, that is really the house. Today is not so bad. Honestly, I know. From this era of The Sims, things were a little interesting, but this isn't so terrible. Without further ado, let's go ahead and we will get started. First things first, I do want to get rid of this fireplace because I would like to put a fireplace here somewhere. So we'll get rid of this chimney, quote unquote. And I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and draw one out. We'll just do something like this instead. I don't know if there's going to be one. I'll just make my own, you know? And then let's see. I think I am going to get rid of all of the furniture, but I don't know if I'll get rid of the windows. I actually am not too mad about the window placement. I think, you know, all things considering, the window placement is fine. I don't like that they use these windows for like above the counters. What is that? What is that? I just noticed that. But, you know, I could, you know, get worse when it comes to pre-made builds in The Sims because, you know, we've had some rather interesting choices made by the Sims team. So it's kind of refreshing seeing a house that's like not dreadful. However, for the thumbnail, I will obviously be putting ugly in the title and the thumbnail. Just because. Let me get rid of the lights here. I'll get rid of these lights too because I'm not going to use those. I'm not a big fan of those at all. There's a random little light here. We have the bookshelf. Okay. And then moving upstairs, we've got this kids' room, which I'll definitely make it better. One thing I don't like is that there's a poster on the literal window, which maybe that is realistic. I don't know, but I don't like that. I'm not going to do that by choice. Was there no windows in this bathroom or did I accidentally delete them? Wow. That's sad. You got to have a window in the bathroom at least. Oh, right. That's all the furnishing. It was honestly pretty minimally furnished. I'm going to get rid of these plants. We're going to get rid of these lights here. I don't know what's going on back here. Like, I'm just going to delete that. What? What? Look at this. There's just some random flooring. I don't understand. What's that for? Also, what's going on here? Oh, there's like, that's strange. There's like grass tiles here because you can get rid of it. Interesting. You know, there's some choices for this house. It's not the worst. Oh, they did their own like sidewalk and everything here. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Okay. And you know me, I like to start from a really clean slate. I'm just going to use the drywall here to just kind of strip it all back. I have a strong feeling that this isn't considered a room. It's not. So I am going to go ahead and fix that. You can have it be to where there isn't a floor. You just click remove floor and then it's considered a room. So it doesn't, kind of break and get all weird. All right. And then we'll just strip everything back inside as well, all the walls. And today with this build, funnily enough, I'm actually not going to change the floor plan all that much. I'll probably make a few adjustments like here. Like I think I want the staircase to be more like kind of tucked back and like right there instead. I just personally think that would be better just because then you have two tiles here. It is a little strange right here, isn't it? Okay, how about we go in with a staircase and we kind of wrap it around. Like it would be kind of fun to see what we can do with that because then maybe we can like wrap it around this way. I actually really like that because you can see there's like one tile difference. That's a good way to kind of fill in that spot. And then maybe we can just do like a wall right there. Ooh, and then maybe we can do a half wall right here. Oh, hey, that kind of works. Can we put it this way too? No, we can't. I don't think you can put any, no. Yeah, you can't put any half wall underneath that. So that looks kind of cool though. And then it means that this will be more the kind of main walkway. So the idea of these walls being here is kind of nice. I'm just going to kind of like redo it a little bit here. Maybe I can do something like this. Yeah, that can be a nice little separator. And then this can be that dining space once again. And then we'll leave that open. Maybe I can do something like this here just to kind of line it up. That's kind of fun. I do quite like that a lot. Do I want to put an arch here or do I just want to leave it open? I think I might just leave it open. It's a little strange right here, isn't it? Maybe I'll just do like something like this, perhaps. I don't hate that. They're all the same width across, which is kind of cute. Do I want to leave them open or do I want to put some spandrels in here? So let me grab spandrels. We're going to go with kind of like a modern industrial vibe today. So I kind of can throw in some of those elements, I think. I kind of like it being like that because it's symmetrical. Yeah, that's kind of cool. The window placement and the choices are, once again, actually pretty okay for the most part. The only windows I really wanted to change are these right over here. So I think I'll redo those purely because, we've got some lighting issues. Purely because I don't like it whenever the counters hit the windows like that. But what I'm going to do just for cohesiveness, I'm not sure if that's even a word, but to keep it cohesive, I'm going to use some smaller windows. I think there is a medium height window. I think that's the one we have. So we'll use the shorter height version. And then I want to make sure I'm using the right swatch. I'm very picky about that. I want to make sure the colors are perfect. And then we'll come over here and we'll place these down kind of where they were originally. Maybe they need to be a little lower. I mean, with this height, they line up at the top, which I think is really important. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to strip the flooring back because I do want to redo the flooring slightly too, but I do like that layout. The doors are fine. I think I'm going to leave the doors. They're just a nice like orange. It's kind of a fun color with the blue stair. We have a nice bit of contrast, and I think that'll be a nice kind of pair of colors to use against maybe all the black and the dark wood and, industrial kind of stuff that I want to use. But moving outside, do we want to change the roofing up at all? I've been looking at some of the buildings around and there's mostly like flat roofing. There is some modern ones with like this over here, which, in actuality, I kind of like that, but I also kind of like the way that these look. Maybe I can kind of copy the way these look over here instead of it being like this weird roof like that. Maybe we can do kind of something similar to that. I don't know. It might be purely decorative. So, it's fine. I mean, it's all purely decorative. Oh, that's a big roof. Maybe we can go to like here and then maybe I can do like, I don't know, something like, Oh, maybe not this wall height, just the regular short wall height. I can do just like 2 like that. Maybe I can do it across. This is purely like these aren't going to be rooms like properly. They're going to be more like decorative for the roof. But I'm thinking we can just put these here and then just kind of do something like that. Oh, I don't know if I like that. You know, if I'm going to have the roof be like that, then I might as well just kind of do it all in one. See, that looks pretty interesting. Ooh, and then I do need to re-add a little bit of a thing here for the chimney, something like that. That looks actually really, really interesting. And then maybe I can go in with just like a roof like this and just kind of copy that there. I don't know if that's going to look any good though, because it's going to be very tall. I can maybe work with that. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe we can even do something like this, because then this maybe could become an awning. Oh, well, that's going to overlap. Maybe not then. Oh, not necessarily. I could probably just take a room kind of like this, because, you know, this is probably an old factory that's been renovated into a home. So maybe we can do something like this, like a square. And I'm definitely going to be using half walls or something instead of this fence here. I feel like that'll just look a little nicer because I'm going to use a lot of trim. And then I'm going to find a really good column. I got this one from Get Famous. You know what? No, I don't really like that very much. I think the roofing is also just not really working for me. So I think I'm going to just use a regular gabled roof right here. Yeah, I like that a lot actually. And then I don't think I can really do like this on that side, of course, but I think it looks significantly better. That's more the vibe I want to go with because it's kind of coastal, you know, there's like a pier and like I don't see if there's a pier, but you know what I mean? Like we're right near the water. It just makes sense. Maybe this was an old like fish house or something like that. And then I do want to have access to this as well if, you know, my Sims are up here. So we need to find that door, either a door or we can use the sliding door, which would be quite nice too, I think. Yeah, that looks excellent. And then we'll put maybe like a window just like right here as well. Nice. It looks like it was meant to be there. And then we'll go into the base game and then I am going to find some windows to put on this little, I guess you could call it a dormer. It's not really a dormer, but I would want them to be like something like this maybe. I think this is the right swatch. Yes. And then I'll just do like that on top. That looks really, really nice. Do I want to put maybe another one here too? I think that looks pretty nice as well. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to delete the floor here, I think. Oh, well, that's going to look a little bit weird, isn't it? We'll just leave that there. I mean, if you want to add stuff up here, you probably could, but I'm not going to. It's purely decor. And then we'll go in with a nice dark trim on the half wall there. And it is kind of boring back here, to be honest. And, you know, maybe they can't do a whole lot back here, but I don't know. Part of me, I don't think I want to lift it up on a foundation, but part of me does want to do that. Or at least I want to do some kind of like backyard kind of situation. I don't know. Maybe we can add like just like a room here. We don't have to put it on a foundation or anything, but just something like maybe this big or something. I just want to add some shape. So I can just kind of copy the room and just put it there. I'm not sure if I'm like really liking that idea. I mean, maybe I can go in with some like columns that are like built out of walls here. And then we can definitely go in with a nice trim. That would be good. Ooh, there is a trim that came with Eco Lifestyle that's very like industrial looking. I know that this isn't really like accurate to what this is going to be, but like, I don't know, it's still kind of fun looking. Yeah, I really like that. And then I'm jumping around like crazy, I know, but I'm going to go in with a black trim there. And I feel like that's going to look really good. And then the roofing, I think will be metal. Do we want to use this one from Island Living? Because it's like really nice and dark. It's very clean and new looking. Or do we want to go in with this one from Werewolves? Because it's a bit more like worn looking. I think that just has more character. Yeah, that's super, super cute. And then we are going to go in with some brick. Do I just want to do solid brick? I think I do. And we have some from City Living that would look really nice. There is this one here that I think is quite nice. You know, something I just noticed. We have two different brick here. They're both the same brick, but one just has a trim on it. I never noticed that. One's from Get Together, one's from City Living. Do we want to use a plain one from City Living, or should we use like something like this one here? I'm more partial to this one. I don't know if this was what was originally here, but I am way more into that kind of vibe anyways. I like that color variation. And then maybe I can just go in with like this brick from the base game for the chimney. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Maybe a different color. Like that's kind of nice. Oh yes, it's definitely coming along very nicely. And then we'll add some chimneys up here. Let's see, maybe just this one, and we'll do it in like, oh, there's not really a black swatch in this one, but something industrial-esque would be nice. Maybe just this plain black one. Oh, that's perfect. Ooh, it's coming together. Okay, and then we have this back here. I think I am just gonna go with more half walls here. I just think that looks better. I don't know. I think it's just something to do with the fact that I can make it brick. What do we think of that? I quite like that a lot, actually. And then for this little area here, wow, there's two balconies in this house. How nice. But then there's this end of the hallway here, which is kind of awkward, but now it gives it a purpose, which I like that, actually. Ooh, I'm definitely going to put a window in this bathroom, too. That's just, we ain't going without a window in the bathroom, okay? I can't do that. But do I want to use maybe like something dark, something like this perhaps? Or should I go with a nice wood? I think a nice wood would be kind of fun. Ooh, that is very pretty. I don't know if I want to use that throughout the house. I mean, maybe up here, possibly. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that would be kind of fun for maybe the upper floor to be the wood floor. Maybe we can even do that up here. And then down here can be the concrete, because that makes a lot of sense, right? And we just need to find a nice concrete. I want something that is just more than just like the basic one. I want something that has maybe like this dark one here. Oh, see, that's beautiful. I love that there's almost like a little bit of color variation. You can see some like greens and some like reds, and I just feel like that really like adds a lot of depth to it, and it's got a nice texture to it as well. And I think also down here we'll do all brick as well. That's just a no-brainer. Oh, that's so cozy looking. It's so different. And maybe this main room can be all brick, but then they were able to paint those. I don't know. We don't have to worry about logic. Okay, there's no issues dealing with logic in The Sims. We just got to make it look nice. Oh, there's like this here. This is a little weird. I need to add a wall here, I guess. I mean, that is kind of fun. There's some whimsy there, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Okay, that's looking pretty dang fun. I do say so myself. And then for these rooms here, maybe I can go with something like this to start with. There's like a little bit of color in this. Okay, so let's think about it. This is a main bedroom, right? Maybe we can go with like a fun like green or a blue. It's going to be pretty modern-ish, to the best of my abilities in this build. So we can do maybe an orange room here. Maybe they went with some nice tiling in this bathroom. Ooh, the black subway tiling is very nice. Maybe we can instead go with like a nice tile, because we have this as well. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I kind of liked the wood with it. There's something about that I kind of liked. And then for this bathroom here, I kind of do want to go in with like, since there's no windows, maybe we can go in with like a bright white tile on the wall. We can also do more subway tiling, but we'll go with like this one or just like the clean white. We can add like an accent wall, I think, when we get to furnishing that. But this is also going to be a bedroom here. Maybe this was an office or something before, but they turned it into a bedroom. I don't know. Definitely a huge improvement so far. At least that's what I believe. So we do need to work on the landscaping and the exterior portion. There was something here that they were using, but I think I'm just going to use the cushiony concrete. It's just, simple sidewalk slabs. So I think that's going to look pretty dang nice. Ooh, yeah. And then maybe we can just lead it to the front door there. And then like back here, we'll do the same thing. We'll do it here. Maybe this can be all that as well. I kind of don't mind that. Do I want to like add some detailing around it too, using like this kind of brick? It's kind of fun. This can add some detail, since this is like a industrial modern building. It used to be a commercial building, possibly. I think that's a fun idea. We'll add some shrubs out front. I think that'd be a good little kind of start here. What's something that would look good? Like, this is really fun. I really like this one from the Get Together pack. I'm also going to put the mailbox here, or maybe, I don't know. There's good. If I do that there, though, I feel like I need to do this. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. And also, it just looks a little bit better. We'll just add these shrubs here in the front. I really like the Get Together stuff. It's very, very pretty. And then we'll just kind of make this all kind of the front bit there. See, that's pretty cute. And I do think some trees right here would look really, really nice. Like maybe something just simple, like what they've got around the world here. Ooh, that is one thing we could do. I just thought of it. We have an item, I think, question mark. I think that I put it in my favorites here. Alas, I did not. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. This decorative tree guard. I think this would look really good, especially if maybe this was more concrete. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it being there doesn't make sense, but I don't know. If we have to put a tree somewhere, we can do it like that. But that looks quite nice. We'll rotate them so that they don't look totally the same. Maybe just like a really nice tree right here. I want something not like that, something that looks like it would fit here. Maybe another one of these hawthorn trees. I think that makes sense. We'll just put it like right here. And then we can use tool to size it up to like 1.25 or something. So it's a little bit bigger. That looks really nice. Just like a nice simple tree. Part of me wants to get this fence from Eco Lifestyle and put it down like here or something. That way they have a little bit of a kind of a divider, since they do live in the city. I mean, it's kind of fun to put it just like that. Do I want to maybe put like another column here? Ooh, that looks really good. We can get rid of this maybe and then just keep that there. Yeah, I can go on the sides and then maybe some over here as well. That's really cute. It's not fully cut off because it is the kind of shorter wall height version. So there's a gap, but I really like the way that looks. That'll make this a little bit more private. They can put like, a table to sit out here, maybe some chairs just to lounge. They'll have a grill, that's a nice little cozy space. And I do think I want to maybe add more of these shrubs. I don't know if I like how I did this kind of exterior kind of brick pattern. It's cute in theory, but I can't really put any bushes there because of that. I could just leave it over here, but then I'm like, well, what's the point of it just being on one side? So I'm just going to get rid of it. It's a fun idea. And I liked the way it looks, but I like landscaping a bit more. So I'm going to do that instead, I think. It's just so easy using hedges like this because you can just place them down and they just work. And they fill in the space really, really nicely because it is such a big item. Okay, and then we will do some more over here. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Hopefully you had a good and safe July 4th weekend. If y'all are Americans, I mean, even if you're not Americans, I hope it was a safe one nonetheless. I actually did go see fireworks, even though I really don't like fireworks. I really don't. I think the concept of them is so silly and it's just wasteful and XYZ, but they're happening. They're not in my control. Might as well go see them. And I did. I went with my partner. We went with his mom and we, saw the fireworks and they were very nice. I was expecting to be very, very overstimulated because that's usually what happens. But I was really having a good time actually seeing them. It wasn't very long either, which was really cool. But our town actually does do them every year in the main part of downtown, and it's very nice to go watch them. I'm going to go in with some terrain paint here. This is a great way to kind of make any build look a lot more finished. This is something that I recommend doing with every build. Even if you keep your landscaping really, really simple, terrain paint will just elevate the space like instantaneously. So I recommend using this one at first. It's called Scratchy and Patches, and it's just really good. You can see it adds some dirt, but it's like patchy grass, and it's great for like edge work and like stuff like this. So I recommend that a lot. I don't think I'm going to go crazy with anything else with the landscaping, because I just feel like it doesn't really make sense if the landscaping is like really dramatic here. Maybe we can go in with like a wall like this and close this off. I feel like that will be our really good kind of, I guess, like, what do you call it? Edge, I guess you could say. Yeah, nice and simple. Okie dokie. Let's see how it's looking so far. So much better. I'm going to make the mailbox black as well. And I do think I want to put an awning out here. You know, need a little spot for when it rains. I want something that is kind of on the modern side. There is this one from Get Together. That's very cute. Ooh, I kind of like that. It almost looks like it's part of the door too. And then we'll put a nice welcome mat here. Let's see. We of course have to use the one from the base game. This one's so cute. I think I'll just keep it with that original one because it's got the black on it. Very nice. Maybe we can actually go in with some grass on the ground. It's always worth doing that, honestly. That, you know, with the terrain paint and that, it's a really good combo. So I think the one from Get Together, this one especially, is just so perfect. It's great for adding that bit of texture. You know, they don't really do a lot of landscaping. It's a little bit overgrown, you know, they've kind of let it go a little wild. Maybe we can actually also, I wasn't going to go crazy with it, but I think some like little bits of flowers would also be really nice too. Ooh, these are really cute. I'd like the idea of using like some little like red flowers or some like, you know, something that just pops a little bit. Ooh, this one's from Life and Death. Very cute. You know, maybe they just like let this go. You know, maybe they're letting everything kind of grow back. I don't know. I think it looks kind of fun. Cute. I'm a huge fan of it. And then for some outdoor lighting, I don't really know what kind of light I want to use. I want something fun, something a little different than I normally go for. Ooh, this one's from the bowling night stuff. I think that's kind of fun. Do I want to use like blues or do I want to use like more red in this build? I feel like I'm going to go with more of like cooler tones. We'll just go with black on these and we'll see how it looks at night here. Ooh, that's actually super fun that it kind of gives off light like that. And then maybe we can put like a couple out here on the side here. And then we'll do the same, just like here and here as well. See, that's really fun. I like the way the light is shining down a little bit. Normally I don't like that, but for outdoor lighting, I'm willing to work with that. So that's super cute. And that's not the only outdoor lighting we're going to be using, of course. I do want to find a light for this like kind of awning space. This like, I don't even know what you would call this because this is more like a veranda, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm not really sure exactly what you would call this. It's just like a closed patio or something. We have this light from Tiny Living that I think would look really, really nice out here. We'll just put that there. Cool. And then for the lighting inside, I would always go with a nice, like, what do you call it? Saucer light. But I think since we have this big open lofted space, we have to use some dramatic lights. You know, something like this is kind of fun. It's from what is this? The Growing Together pack. It's kind of fun, actually. I never use it. And honestly, it puts off a really nice amount of light. Like, look at that. That's well lit. And then these are covered over here. So we can do something a little less intense, I can imagine. Since this will be where a dining space is going to be, I'm probably going to do something like this one. There is this, wait, no, this light is from that industrial kit. I think we have to put that there. And also in the kitchen too. I will probably readjust the positioning, but I will put that there as well because I like the light that it puts off too. It's a little on the warmer side. We may make it a regular color though, you never know. But for the bathroom, let's do something like this one. I don't really do medium wall heights or even tall wall heights. And so it's nice to use some different lights that would normally be really long. I'll just use this kind of industrial looking one in this area and then maybe right here as well. Yeah, that's perfect. And then we move upstairs and then I think I'll probably end up using this one from Werewolves again. It's kind of low. So maybe not. Maybe we'll go with just like a simple saucer light up here instead. We'll just do something like that. Yeah, we'll just keep the lights quite simple upstairs. I think that's probably our best bet. And then I am going to shift click a light. If you have Better Build By, it brings this up. I can make everything a warm white. So it will look so much nicer. Click all lights and then click warm white. Yeah, that looks so much better. Yes, I think that's really all the lighting that I can do, unless I want to put in some kind of string light situation kind of along here, but we'll probably do that when we furnish. I know I haven't done this railing yet. I don't know why I haven't chosen a railing. I would like something that is on the industrial side since this is interior. Maybe we can use the one from Werewolves. And I'm not sure if I'm liking this staircase anymore. I think I want to use something that's more metal or something. There is the one from Werewolves that is kind of perfect, actually. Do I want to put a rail on it? I mean, probably. Actually, that looks really nice there. Oh, and there's a bit of trim right here that I need to add. There we go. Okay. And one last thing that I would like to add is a trash can, just because I feel like that's an important part of the build that I always forget. There is a mailbox already, so we just need a trash can. There is this one that came with City Living, so we'll just put it honestly, we'll put it right here. You know, it's part of like the public, but maybe they use it. I don't know. We could also put a dumpster too, but we ain't going to do that. All right. I will upload this version to the gallery. So you all have a version that is just ready to go to furnish. It's pretty much the same layout. Like I didn't do any major changes at all to the floor plan. I did a few adjustments to walls, but like just these, it's still the same exact layout. I think it works pretty well. The doors are the same. The windows are mostly the same. I added a few, but yeah, I will upload a version of this to the gallery if you want to check it out and download it under the username Lucca Owens. And then we will get back to furnishing after this little moment here. All right, babes. So let's jump into, I think we'll start with the kitchen. That's always a really good place for me to start with furnishing. So I liked the layout initially. I thought it was fine. The cabinet choices were not. I'm really just tempted to use this one from the base game. It just looks really nice. I mean, we're doing an industrial modern renovation. So we might as well just go with that style, you know? However, I do want to put a nice little island in here too. You know, we'll see. Let me make sure my swatches are matching up. But I think a nice little island like right here looks pretty good. I will probably want to use some end pieces if I can learn how to click. But just some end pieces like that. I kind of want to like move it over to be like this. Do I like that? If I hit F5 on my keyboard, it'll actually make it to where I can move it a little bit more precisely without having to hold the Alt key. That looks really good. So I'm probably going to move the light. It's fine. It's fine if lights get moved. It's all right. I recommend it. Oh, something I did want to do. Oh no, I didn't do this in the unfurnished version on the gallery. Oopsies. It's fine. Y'all won't notice. Only I am. I wanted to add this wood on the ceilings just because I thought it'd be kind of cool if you look up and you see the wood. Isn't that kind of fun? Ooh, I probably should have went with a more of a darker wood, but I liked that one looked a little washed out. And then let's see, I'm guessing we'll put the sink here. Oh gosh, these are not positioned well. There we go. I'm a mess, y'all. But I think I'm just going to do the sink right here. I'm going to do the copper sink. I am so unoriginal at this point. And then do we want to do like a double refrigerator? I don't know what it was, but I feel like that's something that we've all done. And I don't know, maybe we don't. But that was something I feel like we've all done before, where we put like 2 fridges, 2 stoves to make it look extra fancy. I don't really know what that says, in terms of fanciness, but, whatever. We'll put maybe one of these cabinets here, and I think I might play around with these. I kind of like that being kind of like up higher. It adds some intrigue to the cabinets here. And then we'll do just like an end piece maybe there. Do we like that? I'm not really ever sure what to do when the window stops right here. I kind of like it. And then maybe we can add another one of those cabinets here, but it does feel a little bit unbalanced. So maybe we'll just leave this empty. We can maybe put like a nice plant or something there. Ooh, I will say I do need to do a stove. So we'll just find something that works. Should I go with maybe this one from Parenthood? I just really like that simplistic kind of vibe. Maybe we can do something like this. Oh, that's kind of funky. I like the little bit of shaping there. It's kind of nice to do that too because where it's so low on the wall, that just adds some intrigue. I mean, if I want to do that, I have to do that. Is that weird? You know what? I don't care if it is. There's an unfurnished version. So if y'all don't like it, you can just kind of do your own, I guess. But yeah, we'll do something maybe like this. I don't know. Maybe there doesn't need to be a cabinet if it's going to be like that. But that looks really, really nice, actually. And then we can just go in with, some other appliances that we need, like the microwaves, the dishwashers, etc. Do the dishwasher there. And then maybe we can put like a little mixer from the Home Chef Hustle. I don't like that is like a warm brown. It just kind of looks faded to me, so maybe we'll do like a fun color. Ooh, I like that one. That one's very cute. It kind of goes with the sink a little bit. And then I do want to put in maybe like a pressure cooker. We'll just do it in black. We'll put that maybe there. And we need a nice coffee maker. Do a little coffee section over here. Why not? That's kind of nice. Ooh, you know what that makes me want to do? If we go into wall decorations and then we filter by get together, there is an item that is literally perfect. It's got like a little bit of some coffee stuff and it has a little French press, which would be so fun if you could have your Sims make French press coffee. That would be so nice. As for the curtains in here, what do I want to use? Because I don't want anything too heavy or, blocking out the light, because I love that they can see the ocean kind of low key from here. So I want to keep it to where they can open it pretty easily. But I still like the idea of them being very modern. Ooh, that's a good color. I mean, yes, it's brown, so of course I'm going to say it's a good color. But at the same time, see, these windows. So I'm glad that I did the shorter ones there, because if you wanted to do a different shaped kitchen, if you wanted it to be like all the way around, you could. But I'm going to replace them with the bigger ones again, just kind of swap them out for what they were before, because there isn't going to be some counters here. So I'm fine with it, but that at least gives you that option. I think I want to use something more industrial as well. We do have some chairs from the industrial loft kit. They go really nicely with these counters. There's even like a table that looks like it's this countertop kind of texture, but I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm liking the warm tones so far. No shocker there. And then I'm going to filter by the kitchen clutter kit, of course. And then I'll go in and add in some little bits and bobs here and there. This is just a great way to kind of finish out the kitchen. Honestly, I use this pack so much. Put some knives kind of like over here. We'll just do it like that. You know what? Maybe they're making some cookies. We'll put this here. We'll do a little oven mitt thing next to that. Some utensils as well. That's always a really nice little touch. Ooh, and a cookie jar. You gotta have a cookie jar. We'll put the cookie jar next to the coffee maker over here, because it's like, you get coffee and cookies, Ooh, and we'll put the scale maybe right here too, where it's like next to the mixer. That looks really nice. That's a really, really nice kitchen. It is a little dark, so maybe we can put some lighting like underneath the cabinets over here. That'll be a really great way to add some extra lighting without it being like adding more items visually. So I'm just gonna put like some lights like this. That'll add more light on the counters. Do I want to maybe do something like this? Does that look weird? I mean, it doesn't really look weird at all. Just add some nice lighting there. And then I think something else that'll kind of lighten it up a little bit too is putting in like a nice rug here. I want something that does fit with that industrial vibe. I mean, this is simple, but it works. Maybe not. I would like something longer here. I'm not really entirely sure. This one might work. Yeah, that one's kind of cute. And maybe we can do, that orange is a fun pop of color. Yeah, I think out of all the colors, that one really stands out to me a lot. Do I want to maybe kind of extend this and then put this spandrel there to kind of help separate it? I think that's a win. Yes, I am obsessed with that. Question though. I like the idea of there being a dining space here, of course, but like part of me wants like a little breakfast thing here, but then again, there's a door here and I don't want it to be in the way. But like a breakfast thing would look so cute here. I don't know. I'm not sure, but let's just go ahead and we'll throw in the stuff for the dining room here. I actually could have just left the table that this house came with because it's pretty cute. It's the one from City Living. Do I want the dining space like dead in the center, like right here? I feel like that makes the most sense. So I'll move the light a little bit. And do I want to go with a black table or do I want to just do like a dark wood? I mean, the dark wood is what I would probably go with initially. We could do a fun red. I like that pop of red because there's a little red in here. And then maybe we can go with like a chair that has like a warm kind of woodsy tone to it. Something that kind of matches the countertops a little bit. It doesn't have to match the countertops though. It can be its own thing too. I'm just trying to find something that kind of works with what I have in my head. Does this chair kind of work with this stuff in here? Like, not that they're the same room, but I feel like that looks really pretty. It doesn't match the table though very well. Like those kind of clash a little bit. I could go with the wood or I could go with like the black. Personally, do I like the wood? Maybe I don't like this table. Maybe that's just what it is. I think that's fine. We can use a table that came with Get Famous, which is where this chair comes from. It's smaller though. That's the only downside. And I don't know if I like a smaller like table for a dining space this big. What about we use this one here from the base game? I don't know. I want some of the wood. I like that wood tone, but maybe we just can't use that either. Oh, see, it's very tempting to use this table. This table's from Get Together. I absolutely adore it. I mean, look at that. Look at that beautiful dark wood. It matches this in here really nicely. It does go with the chairs in a way. So I'm sorry if I use the same thing over and over, but I just have favorite items that I really like. It's good to kind of change up what I do though, honestly. But I've never used these chairs with this table. That might be a lie, but at least in my memory, I don't remember. I love the warm tones too. I just like that orange kind of funky vibe. I feel like for a rug, we kind of have to match that vibe. You know, something that is a little on the modern side, that is nice and big. Ooh, there's one from City Living. Ooh, that one's really fun. I don't know if that works. Why am I obsessed with this rug? This like bright, ridiculous pattern. I'd never use that. I should use that eventually. That one's beautiful. I've definitely used this many times, but that's perfect. We'll get some candles in here. I think that's going to be perfect for this little centerpiece here. Maybe I'll change the color of this to like this brownie or this red. That does look much better. Let's see. Do I want to use these? I use those a lot. I want more like modern candles. Ooh, that's kind of a fun candle piece. Ooh, the one from City Living. We have to use that. And I honestly think the default swatch is kind of perfect. Do we like it? Is it coming together? Do I need to move it down? I don't know yet because I feel like there's a lot of space over here. I mean, we could just put in like a nice table, like an accent table with some decor on it. What kind of suits this vibe, this house? Like, I mean, that's kind of a look there. Ooh, maybe the mid-century modern look is kind of working with this. Ooh, yeah, because there's a bit of yellow there and it's a little bit yellowy here. There's a pop of red. I actually am a big fan. You know, I'm not really like opposed to there being a lot of extra empty space because it's kind of, honestly, it's adding to the style where it's like very modern and industrial. Ooh, this is a very cute lamp. I don't really use that very much. It's very cute, actually. And, you know, with all these extra spaces as well, that just leaves us more room for plants. What's wrong with that? There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm going to use my favorite little plant. This is that sleek, I think it's the sleek bathroom set by Sibylette. Oh my goodness, I love this plant. It's perfect. I think a little radio would look really cute here too. Ooh, yes, we can just put like this here. Oh, that's so darling. And that orangey color is perfect. And then we can probably put some chairs in here too, just like on either side. Ooh, these are really cute. These are from Growing Together as well. I love the color. Oh, this color also works beautifully. That's gorge. That's gorge. And then we've got these like kitschy lights here. Ooh, there's also this one too. I feel like this one is really nice and, you know, industrial looking. And I think maybe this side we can put a plant just so it's not like samey on both sides. It's a symmetrical, but it's not like the exact same thing. This is kind of a cute little plant. I like that plant. It's not too big. It's not too small. Has a good, you know, selection of colors. Ooh, that one's perf. Okay. I'm really liking the dining room. It's so fun and quirky. And then for the curtains here, I'm not really sure what I want to use because I am not really like super familiar with modern styles. I kind of struggle with them. We could just do these like really tall curtains, which actually that's not bad because the windows are asymmetrical and I don't want to like change it because it looks really good outside, but inside it does look a little awkward. We could go really simple. That's actually quite nice. Do I want to go with like this color or do I just want to do black? I feel like black is not really the vibe. I want something that's nice and warm. So which one looks better? I think this one, just because it's a nice bit of variety. So we'll add that and we can just put that kind of like on the wall sections here, something like that. And then we'll just use the, little curtain rod. It's not really a rod. It's more just like a wooden piece, but that'll make it look more finished. I don't know if we'll use these throughout the house, but they look really nice in this room at least. I'm obsessed. Maybe I'm getting out of my phase where I'm using greens and browns and blues like ridiculously. Like I've used a lot of that in the past and I definitely want to step outside of my comfort zone, at least with that. So baby steps, And these had like really fun lights on them. I want to put some fun art. I think that's so perfect. Maybe you can, I know exactly what we should do. I'm going to save my game really quickly, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some art from the gallery. I think that's going to be perfect for this space because, obviously, you're probably going to have a artsy fartsy sim live here. So why not? And then I'll go to saved rooms. I've definitely got some art all ready to go, girl. Let me tell you, some of this is beautiful. This probably isn't really the vibe. Ooh, that's very pretty, but it's very cool toned. I want something that fits that warm kind of color scheme really nicely. So I found these. So they're actually like paintings that has been, placed perfectly in these frames of another painting in the game. This is gorgeous. These blow me away. I don't know if this person made the paintings, probably not, but Milge. You can see their username there on the gallery has them. Really, really nice. I'm going to do that because they will fit. Well, they'll sort of fit here. They are a little bit of a tight squeeze on these walls. Maybe I'll resize them a little bit. That's also fine. I don't really mind doing that. And I just want 4 of them here and we'll go to the tool mod and then just select all of these, scale them. I don't know what scale they're at. They're definitely like smaller. So I'm going to do 0.25. Oh, that's way too small. Let's do like 0.75 then. Okay, that was bigger. So we'll do 0.5. Ooh, 0.5 is perfect. Love to see it. And so I'm just going to place down the paintings that they have over here that I like. I really like this one. And then there's also like this one as well. And then I'm thinking these are kind of cool tones. So this one's a bit warmer. I like that. And then I will just go in once again, do the same exact thing and just select all of them with tool, holding down the Alt key. And then I'm just going to scale them down increment by increment until they fit right. So I think it's 0.9 by the looks of it. Not perfect, but still they're a little small still. The frames are. So we'll do 0.08 instead on the scale, just like so. And then we just move these. Yes, that's perfection. We can really make it look like the person who lives here is an artist. Maybe if you move a sim in, then they can actually come in here and put their own paintings. But these are really good for just like a placeholder, essentially. All right, cute. I also want to move this over ever so slightly, just a little bit, because I feel like it was hitting this kind of perfectly and that bothered me a little bit because I wanted to put a rug here. And I think the rug is just going to be maybe something that looks kind of industrial, like kind of like this. Honestly, it's kind of fun. It fits in with those like tiles perfectly. There we go. What if I did the whole little entrance right here in these? I don't know why I like that so much. That's actually so fun. Ooh, what if we did this? Ooh, they don't even like do any clipping or anything. That's super fun. That just adds a little bit of an extra bit of intrigue. Okay. I'm getting really distracted. So let's focus on the living room. I am going to put a fireplace here, of course. Should we do like that fireplace? I think that's so fun. I don't know. I want something more on the modern side. Ooh, that's too modern though. I like a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a roughness to it. I don't want something that's just sleek and boxy. Oh, but this is actually quite pretty. I don't think this fits either, but can we just appreciate that? That's gorgeous. But I think, ooh, I'm just going to look through all of them and go, ooh, ah, you know. Maybe this one. I think we're just going to go with this one. This one's from Get Together. It's kind of perfect. It is that vibe that I was talking about, but it has the warmth. It's got the wood. It just has like a tiny bit of texture. And then we need to put like a nice big painting there. Honestly, let me look for more paintings that I've got saved. Ooh, I have a room here of some paintings that look kind of like sketches. These are illustrative paintings. So these are just like ones that you find in the game. I really like this one for obvious reasons, but I really like this one a lot. I think this would be really, really fun here. I don't know if the color really goes. Let me scale this up on this tool mod here with just by 1.5 times. Maybe we can do that trick again and find a really nice frame. I mean, we could even use this one again. This one is absolutely ooh, hold the phone. That fit literally perfectly. I'm obsessed with that. I think that's such a fun contrast with the like very antique looking frame. Oh, that's beautiful. And then let's see, we need to figure out the layout of the living room here. So I definitely actually like the idea of using the rug that was here before. It was this one, I believe. Yeah, it was this swatch. I don't like this swatch necessarily. I do like the rug though, because it has like a really fun texture. There is a red that kind of does look very nice. I'm a big fan of the red right now. I'm really in my red era. Red by Taylor Swift. Maybe I need to listen to that again. It's been a while, but no, I don't know why. I just for the longest time was never really a big fan of red. Like the color red. It just was just something that I always found myself not really gravitating towards. It was really difficult for me to use. But any more recently, it's just been kind of calling my name. Do I want to go matchy and use red on these couches here? I mean, that looks really pretty. I am having an issue though. Do I like the fireplace here? Yes. It's not really blending well with all the red here. I think we do need to bring in some other colors. Like this orange is very pretty. I'm starting to second guess my choice. Ooh, the brown is nice. I know I'm not supposed to be using brown. I'm trying to resist brown. But hear me out. That brown and then the red, that's actually quite the nice combination that we have here. And I'm going to move this over a little bit there. The TV, that's one thing I don't really know where to put the TV. Like, how do I want this layout? Because I could just maybe put the TV here, but I'm like, what? I don't know. I feel like putting a TV somewhere. I mean, it should go here, but then it's going to be visible. So maybe we just put it in the corner. Originally, it was just like here in the middle of the floor. I don't know. I mean, that's not like a terrible idea. I mean, we could use this little TV stand. I never use it for obvious reasons. It would be kind of nice to use it though. I mean, that just seems so like tiny for this huge space. I'm really starting to want to redo the positioning of the fireplace. I like it being like in the middle though. That's just so good. So let's just see. What if I put this here like this, right? And then we use the rug here as like the main like centering bit. Like that. Is that even? Is that good? And then maybe the TV can go on the wall right here. I don't want to mess with the windows though. That's the thing. I mean, maybe we can just use some curtains to cover the windows up. I mean, we're probably just going to use the same ones because that's actually going to look pretty good. And then maybe I can just do like this kind of moment here. We'll double it up over here too, so it looks a bit more even, like weight wise. And then we'll just do something like this. Ooh, that is quite nice. Maybe they cover these windows because this is facing like the street and like the town and like, you know, they want a little bit of privacy. They're not like prudes, but you know, they also don't want to, you know, sit in their living room at night and have people just walk by and look straight at them, you know? So maybe that's what this is here for. I don't like the combination of this with this rug though. That is an issue that I'm having just because the tones are just not really working. They're kind of clashing. So I hate to say it. We're getting rid of that rug. I really wanted to use it. I mean, we can even look at this one from the base game too. It's got some really good colors on it. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest though. This one's a little bit bigger. Ooh, I like this rug a lot. It's pretty small, so I'd have to size it up. That's a little too big. I'm gonna scale it. We'll do like 1.75. So it's like almost that big. That's quite nice, actually. Like, yeah, I'm kind of a big fan of that, actually. So something like this, and then like a nice table in the middle. I would like something with some shape, maybe a bigger circular one, or maybe something more like this one from Seasons. This one matches the vibes pretty nicely. I like that a lot. I like it in that really rich color that complements the table and the island counters there. And then the TV, I guess, can go here on something. I'm not really sure. This is kind of funky, but it's just too big. And like, it's not centered. Like, it's going to have to be like directly here. Maybe something like this instead, because we can do that really dark color and it's very simple and plain. Y'all, I know that I did a version without the windows, but I think I'm going to have to get rid of these windows in the middle. I know that bugs me a lot, but truly I need there to be like space here so that the TV can go on the wall. That just bothers me so much if it's not on the wall, because it just makes sense, There we go. Got the spacing right. And then there is a window that came with City Living. See, that TV is perfect. It came with City Living. It's beautiful. I can put like a really fun like shelf or cabinet or table or something underneath it, put some fun knickknacks on it, Let's see. Like something maybe like this, we can do like a little grouping of them. Like that's really, really cute. And then we can go in and add like little bits and bobs, I want something that's kind of like a little elegant, and modern and a little bit artsy and classy, Ooh, this came with City Living. Oh, I can't really put this here, but I really want it in here somewhere, like just like on the ground. It would look really, really fun. Maybe the yellow. None of these colors really work, do they? The black is fine. I feel like I do need some chairs here. So maybe some fun chairs. I want them to match so that, because these two match, it just makes sense. Something that is kind of fun and modern and, ooh, like these are really pretty. Wait a minute. I think this came with the same set. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it absolutely did. We don't have to do the red though. We can maybe do like this kind of brownish tone. Maybe we can see about finding like a pillow this color and then put it on the couches so that it kind of makes it more cohesive. I don't know if we have a pillow though. Ooh, this one's close enough. This one is close enough. It is from that Modern Luxe kit. Beautiful. I don't use this pillow nearly enough, and it's honestly perfect for this space. Ooh, yes, that's very cute. I do need some more decor over here though. Like, I definitely want to add my favorite little plant again. I know, I use them so much. Ooh, there's some little books from City Living here that would fit really nicely in the orange. I like that. And maybe something else decorative, or maybe another plant, or maybe like these little pots there. I mean, that's actually quite cute. It provides a little pop of color. And then we'll do like maybe like a little table here in the middle of these. Either a table or a lamp. I don't really know. What would be better? I'm asking you as if you can tell me. There is this light. Ooh, that's fun because there's a little pop of orange. We kind of need that here. Maybe a really big plant in this corner too. And maybe a little desk. That would be quite nice. Just have like a little writing desk or something in here. I mean, there's the space. Might as well. Ooh, my favorite plant. Well, it's not my favorite plant, but it's one of my favorites. I never really get to use it because it is kind of hard to fit into spaces. I do like that one because that bit of pink is kind of a fun little pop of color. And then we'll find a nice little modern desk to go here. Maybe this one. It's from Get Together or Get to Work. Well, the colors aren't really my favorite. I wanted something a bit more warm. What can I say? I like things to match. But then, ooh, there is this one. This is technically an item from the marketplace. It is free for now. You may be seeing this in the future and it's not free, which I'm so sorry. But I just want to use it because I got it for free. The red is gorgeous. That's beautiful. And there is a matching computer that actually does go with it. We can just do the black, keep it simple, and we'll give them a nice chair. It'd be cool if we had a chair that looked like this. There is one from Life and Death that has a nice kind of color to it. I think I might go, ooh, I like that bit of brown on that. And then we'll do a nice lamp over here as well. Just something kind of simple. There is one that came with City Living and it does kind of work. I like it in the black too. Not that they need it because look at all this natural light. It's beautiful. We'll put some like files here. You know, we can add a little bit of clutter. You know, it's not going to hurt. Oh my gosh, y'all. I've definitely talked about, you know, music in my recent videos, but I just can't get the song Secret Language by Ryan Beatty. Is it Beatty? I'm pretty sure. It's stuck. It's so stuck in my head. It's ridiculous. Let's see. I want like a pencil cup. And I feel like I can never find the pencil cups because there's some from the base game that I've used quite a bit. But I feel like every time I look just for that item specifically, I can never find it because there's this one. This one's really cute, but there's like a more modern one. And maybe it's under miscellaneous then. It could be under miscellaneous. Maybe that's why I never can find it. Ooh, a little what do you call a little phone? That's really cute there. I don't know. Maybe I won't need to use that at all. We'll get a little planty plant. Oh, the little flower's kind of cute. I love that little bit of red. Okay, we got to move on. I will get so wrapped up in the tiniest little details. I do want to put a centerpiece here on this coffee table, of course. Maybe just like a little thing of flowers or something. You can never go wrong with that. I don't really know. Ooh, that one's so cute. I've always loved this little planter. That's perfect. Whew, y'all, it is getting toasty in this room. I had a sweatshirt on for God knows what reason. It's July. I think I was just a little chilled, but now I'm roasting. Hopefully y'all are getting through this hot summer really, really well because sometimes these summer times can be intense anymore, y'all. I think I'm going to do a little bit of decor on this little fireplace too. I'm not going to use my favorite plant for the third time in this space, but I'll use something like that. That's really cute. We'll just do that one. That kind of complements this a little bit. I don't know, they kind of work together. And then I do want to get the items that kind of go with the fireplace. So there is like the poker set here, and then we have a little set of wood here. I feel like that's just perfect. And there is a rug, which I don't really think I need to add today, but there is like a rug that kind of goes underneath that, but I think that works. Okay, beautiful. I think maybe we can put some lights kind of on these, maybe not on all of them, but maybe we can put a few. Ooh, maybe these are kind of vintage looking, you know, we can just put like a few here. That looks really fun. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, living room, kitchen, and dining. This whole big room is done. We have this little entry here. I would definitely want to put in a few decorative items just to kind of be like, hey, this is the entry. So we'll put in like some shoes. We'll put in like a little coat rack here. Maybe we can just put like a mirror here on the wall. That would be kind of nice. We'll do like a nice bit of wood, I think. That looks very cute. And then maybe I can like extend this little bit here and we can put like a little bench or something here. I know we have one that came with, I'm pretty sure it came with a Grange mudroom kit. That also could be not a bench. I want it to be a proper bench. So maybe we'll use this one instead. This is very cute. And then we'll do like the nice dark wood there. That looks very nice. Nothing too complicated. I can maybe even put a few of these lights in here as well, just to kind of, you know, add some more charm in here. Maybe we'll go up on them a little bit so that they aren't like hitting that mirror too much. That's very cute. I really think I want to put a piece of art on this wall here where the staircase is. It'll just kind of add like a visual kind of bit of art. I mean, I guess art is visual, but in many ways it's not. I don't know. But we'll add some art there just to kind of add a little bit of a little point of interest there. I mean, I could do that painting trick because I like these frames. Obviously the painting itself doesn't really work. So maybe I can do this and we can find another painting from the gallery. I have so many saved that it's obviously worth it to, you know, at least check these out. There is some here that I think are absolutely beautiful. Like, look at this. Some of these are so stinking pretty. What kind of works? This is very cute. I mean, I'm obviously going to be attracted to this one. It's like green and moody looking, but oh no, I don't think the proportions are correct for this painting. So maybe we'll find something else. It's all about the process, okay? The fun is in the process. So maybe this one would the proportions work? Not quite. Maybe this one. Like if I scale this one up a tiny bit, we'll do maybe 1.2, make it 20% bigger. Oh, hold the phone. It does kind of work. It's not the best fit, but you can't really tell on first glance. And I really, really like that. That's so adorable. I'm obsessed with that. I'm so obsessed with that. I'm going to put a light there so you can see, but that's beautiful. Love to see it. But then we'll move on to this bathroom, which honestly, I don't think I want to do white tile. I just left it white tile, honestly, for y'all. But I think I want something a little bit more fun. You know, I want to do like some more of that warm kind of brown kind of tone, you know, there. And then maybe on the walls, we'll do something a little bit more funky. Ooh, this is kind of a nice combination. You know, it does bring in some of the white, but it has like a nice golden hue too. We could also use this one or something similar, but I don't know. There's something about this. I really, really like it. So we'll do the toilet here. Just feels like the right spot. Maybe we'll do black, you know, even though someone made a really good comment recently about black like toilets and how they're kind of, you know, not so great because if you need to check your poo, it's kind of hard to see it, you know, for any, so, but at the same time, in the Sims, it looks really pretty. This is gorgeous. I haven't used that really very much. And then the counters, I think I want to go with, I don't know, maybe like these. There's a dark wood. No, I do need some kind of black kind of accent on that for it to look good, but maybe that is okay. You know, I'm warming up to it the more I look at it. I don't know though, there needs to be some white. I'm getting in my head. So let's just see. Ooh, this one's quite nice, but the colors are not really working with that. I mean, maybe we can go with this dark wood. I mean, that's quick, but kind of pretty actually. I'm kind of here for it. And then we'll just do a nice sink. I never know what sinks to use in bathrooms other than just like this basic one, and this would not be in this kind of house. So maybe something a bit more modern looking. I mean, that's fine, but it's kind of boring. I don't know. Maybe that one will do. I'm feeling like this bathroom ain't really working. I think it's the wallpaper. I think I need to change it up. Ooh, so this is very pretty. It kind of is along the same line, but this is from that sleek bathroom kit. That's absolutely beautiful. I really like the way that these colors kind of work together. I kind of want like a little bit of an accent wall in here though. Like, why is that so fun? Like what? Why is this purple? I guess because it kind of does go with the floor, especially when you kind of see the reflection where it's kind of purpley. That's kind of nice. You know, is it a weird bathroom? It absolutely is. But there's something about it. It's kind of nice. It's kind of fun. You know what? Variety is the spice of life. So we're doing something fun and different today. And then we'll go in with maybe like one of these. I don't know. It's kind of simple. It's a little on the industrial side too. I don't really like these colors like at all. That one's kind of okay. Oh, there's one from Seasons that literally is perfect because there is going to be like a black swatch, but also this really warm wood swatch. I think the black is better. Yeah. And then we'll do like a nice mirror in here. Maybe something that kind of matches the bathroom fixtures. That metal kind of color. Let's see, these, this isn't a really exact match by any means, but it kind of works with it though. So maybe I'll do this here. Maybe I can like move this over a little tiny bit. And then we'll do like these counters again, but we'll do like the corner bits like on the side so it doesn't like get in the way of this too much. I mean, that kind of is too much. Do I want to put this all the way over on the wall there and then just kind of put a void here? Actually, that might work better. And then what I can do is just do like this on either side. And then we can do like a full on sink. Like it's still going to be one sink, but that looks so much better. And maybe we can bring this basic dark over to here. Ooh, I'm actually really into this bathroom. I think the tiling needs to change again though, because I feel like it needs to be a little bit richer. Like I feel like this rich purple needs like a rich orangey color to kind of go with it. Like that's kind of pretty. If it was a little bit more intense, that's beautiful. Oh, that's so fun and funky and fresh. Now, do I want to use this? Y'all, it's all part of the process. I promise. I'm telling myself this constantly. I'm like, it's part of the process. Don't feel frustrated, because sometimes I get really, really like frustrated when I can't figure out a build Like I'll go in circles being like, ooh, that's very pretty actually. It doesn't really fit the vibe though. But I go in circles sometimes trying to figure out something, but I just need to go with it. Ooh, we can just do a custom shower. Yeah. So let me go to decor, go to clutter, and then I think we just scroll all the way down to the sleek bathroom kit. It's actually probably under, miscellaneous. Should we put the glass here? I feel like that would be the best place because this could be like a custom shower instead. See, that's much nicer. And then we do need like a little, rock faux wall. Have I used this before? I want to say no, I haven't. We can put this here and it kind of is like a separator for this bathroom here. Oh, that's beautiful. That black looks really, really good. And then there is that item we can just kind of use with it. I've never done that before. I don't know why. But that way they have like a little custom little space here. And you can also put items because that's a surface technically, right? So let's just go to all. Let's see. Oh, that's way too big. Oh, those are way too big. Yeah, we can't use that, but we can use something like this. This is really, really cute. Oh man, I didn't realize there was some really good stuff in this kit. I just don't seem to use it very much, do I? Put that there, and then maybe we can put a little basket. This is very modern, but it's very like clean too. We'll put their things here and then just do something like this. This isn't really supposed to be a main bathroom, but sure. And then we'll just put this stuff kind of all around. I think we'll put maybe this in a different color like that. I feel like that looks much better. There is a little toilet brush here, which I think is quite cute, and a toilet roll holder that I don't think I've ever used before. Oh, but this mirror is gorge. Oh, I love that. It's a lot more subtle. But that means we can maybe even put in some like wall cabinets in here. I don't really know. Maybe we can just do some shelves just because I feel like wall cabinets would be a little too much unless we do something like this maybe. I like that. I think I want the empty version so that I can do my own. Does that look bad? You know, I don't think it does. You know, maybe it would look better if it was like wooden ones or something like these. I could also do the dark wood too, which is very pretty. But no, I think I'm just gonna stick to those. They look cheap. They don't look right. We did get some shelves, but I don't know if I like them, to be honest with you. I think I'm just gonna go in with some cabinets instead. We'll just use these like kind of darker cabinets. Yeah, but then it looks weird. It looks weird because the whole setup here. So maybe I'll just do like a little shelf in between these possibly. Let's see. I kind of like this one. I don't know what's going on with this bathroom. I feel like I never know what I'm doing when it comes to bathrooms like this, but we'll do maybe like a 1.25 scale just to scale it up a tiny little bit. We can like level it like right here, and then we can put like a light there. I want something that is on the brighter side. There is one from the base game that I use quite often, but maybe I'll use something. Maybe we'll just use this. You know, you kind of can't go wrong with that. I mean, sure. It's a functioning bathroom. It's kind of cute. It needs some art. It needs something right here. Maybe we can just hang these up like a little lower. And then maybe there can be like a nice big art piece there. I don't know. Maybe we'll just put one and then we'll get rid of that and then just put a piece of art there and call it. We have to do another bathroom. Oh, good Lord. Bathrooms are never really the most fun for me. I'm going to be honest. Ooh, this is a fun bathroom painting. I don't know if this will be the right kind of color. None of the colors really work. The yellow's fine, but I don't really want to introduce yellow. I want to kind of keep it with this kind of neutrally warm kind of color palette. Maybe this painting, because it's the black kind of working. I think that's okay. There isn't a rug in here. That's kind of a sin, not having a rug in a bathroom. Maybe we'll use this one and just shrink it down, do something like that there. So yeah, that's much better. And then maybe like a small one like right here. Yeah, that's quite nice. Alrighty, so the next room is this little bedroom here. Well, it's not little. It's a pretty decent size. So let's find a fun bed. I want something that kind of has that, warm toned vibe. I don't use this bed very much. I feel like it would be a really nice contender for this home. I love that swatch. That's very pretty. It does have some of the red, but it has a little bit more of a burgundy here. And then a bit of the pink, a bit of the red, a little touch of the purple. That's stunning. Should we do an accent wall in here? That would be kind of fun. I mean, I know I use this in the bathroom, but like, I don't want to use the same color, but it's beautiful. We could also use this one, which is ever so slightly different. And it's a little darker, a little cleaner looking. I think I want to use these side tables from that one set, that Modern Look set. I don't know if I like that combo though, actually. I really wanted to use it. The brown and the gold's nice, but there's not really any gold in this bed. I think something a little darker and a little warmer, like metal-wise, would look a little bit better. So, maybe we can just use these little side tables from the industrial loft kit. Maybe we'll just use these. Yeah. These are from Lovestruck. I'm pretty sure the bed is too. So they go together very nicely and they accent the wall beautifully. And then we do need a nice rug for the space. Very important for every room to have a nice rug. You know, if that's one thing I will use in every single room is a rug. So we got to find the right one. I want something that's got some pattern to it. This one from the base game is quite pretty. Oh, well, it's very, I was going to say it's very pretty. I like that, but I feel like I need something more like reddish or purple or a mixture of the two. This one's kind of pretty. I don't know if this really fits the vibe though. It's a little bit too thrifty looking. I want something that is a little cleaner and more modern looking. I mean, there is this rug, like maybe not this swatch, but this rug would be, oh, that's cute. It matches, but it's not matchy, if that makes sense. And then let me find some nice lamps for in here. Low-key want to use these from Vampires. I don't know, they just look really fun and different, and I don't know if they really make sense. They probably don't, but I'm obsessed with that. Either that or we use the really basic one from the base game. It's not really basic, it's this one right here. I do think that's quite pretty. And in the black with the brown, it is kind of cute, but I'm sticking with this one just because. And as for the rest of the room, we'll go ahead and we'll add in some dressers and stuff here. I'm thinking we should do maybe like a closet, but that's right where the door is. And I'm not really the biggest fan of that. That's just too much in one spot. So maybe we can just put a wardrobe. This is definitely way less intense. Should I do that brown? Well, see, if I put the brown there, then maybe those one lamps can work over here instead. Just because I feel like that's why I couldn't use them originally. It was because there wasn't really like brown or black anywhere else. But since I put that down, maybe we can mix it up a little bit. Like, that does work a lot better. And the black on these accents the windows and the light. Yeah, that works. And then let's do maybe like a nice desk over here too. Should I put it here or here? Oh, I'm just now realizing I didn't put these down. They actually have the shorter wall height windows here. I did not notice that. Why did they put them there and not in the kitchen? Maybe they meant to put the kitchen here. Who knows? I'm replacing those. I did not realize. My mistake. But I do want to find some nice curtains and like put a desk here. There are these really long curtains from Businesses and Hobbies. I've been using these so much lately because they just really work because they're really, really tall and long. And then is there a color? Ooh, this actually works quite nicely. It doesn't match this perfectly, but it's very close. Colors don't need to match. They just need to feel like they go together. What do we think of that? Is that too bright? I'm still contemplating. This one is a little bit more muted. And honestly, I feel like that looks a bit better. It's not as pink. Yeah, that balances it a little bit better. And then right here, we can put a fun desk. Maybe this one from Seasons. I don't know why. I'm just gravitating towards that one. Ooh, that dark wood there is gorge. Maybe I can put a nice mirror somewhere. Should I do something like this with the desk? Or should I put the desk here? I'm not really sure. I never really know where to put things in bedrooms. Just because, in my experience, for the most part, aside from maybe like a desk, I don't really put anything else in a bedroom, in real life, a bed, a dresser, a couple nightstands at most, that's really all you can do. Should I do this mirror? I mean, that kind of matches the metals that are going on in here. There's not really a lot, but that kind of does work. Or maybe we can use this one from the maker, like the marketplace. Actually, let's just put the desk like right here. That's, no, I don't like that. Oh my goodness, y'all. Do something. Help. Send help. Maybe we'll do this. That's better. Oh, that's so much better, actually. Yes. Okay, cool. We figured it out. See, y'all did help. I asked and y'all helped. Even if it was from the future and I'm from the past, but you're from the future for me. It's weird. Anyways, what am I going on about today, y'all? I just need a nice chair for in here. I kind of want to just use this one. Will this work with this stuff? Yeah, that's beautiful. I love the red there. And then a nice rug underneath that too. I mean, we could do this pink. It kind of works. I don't know. I don't really use that. So that's very nice. And we do need a nice computer. We'll do this red one here. We need a nice lamp on the side. Let's use something different. I don't use these very much. I think that one's kind of funky and cute. It's like if you drew a lamp, like if you ask a child to draw a lamp, that's what it would look like, low key, which is kind of fun, honestly. Put a little stack of books. I kind of like that it matches the colors in the room really nicely. Do a little llama, because why not? And then maybe like a little pencil cap on this. Nice and simple. I like that. I kind of feel like we should put maybe a dresser right here or something, just because I feel like having just a wardrobe isn't quite enough, at least for, you know, realism's sake. I might just use this one from For Rent. I use this one so much, but hear me out. Look at how stinking cute that is. I'm obsessed with this texture here. And then maybe I can put a mirror above that. Maybe this one, it feels right. We'll do like something like that color. That looks really, really pretty. Ooh, let's put like a clock here. This one's a little too fancy and chintzy looking. I want something a little simpler. Maybe just that one from the base game. I mean, that's actually quite cute. It's not centered on this, which is really bothering me. So I'm just going to do that. And then we'll put in a few little clutter items as well. Honestly, the few things that I use in almost every single build, it's just going to be like the tray of perfume. There's pink and purple and red, so it makes so much sense. Maybe we can throw a book on the desk. I never did that, so that's cute. Maybe a little stack of CDs too. Why not? And I'm just going to keep cluttering the spaces. If y'all give it to me, I'm just going to keep on cluttering. That's just who I am as a person. Clutter, clutter, clutter. Clutter, I hardly knew her. Anyways, I will stop. I need to stop. So let's just find a nice little flower. I kind of like the purple. That's cute. That's sweet, actually. We do need something on this wall, though, like some paintings or a mirror or something like that. I recently installed Royalty and Legacy because I did get it for free forever ago when it came out, and there is some fun little decal items that I think would look really nice on this wall, like this. Like, it would make it look really fancy in here. Like if I do just like a nice gold. Oh, see, that's so fun. It's just a nice way to add some detailing. Oh, there's a really nice mirror here too from that pack. It goes so well with those lamps, obviously. Actually, I think that's really fun. I'm gonna leave it at that. Do we want to add in like any skill building items? I think that's pretty important, is skill building. Maybe a yoga mat. That would be really nice. Like this one. Oh, it fits there so nicely. And then maybe a little meditation. Well, I guess this is not a stool. It's a pillow, but there is a stool as well. I think I want to do maybe like this one. Maybe it can be put at like the end of the bed. I feel like that's a good spot to do that. If you were to like meditate, that's a nice little spot. I don't like any of the colors. Maybe just that one. That one works. And maybe they paint. I don't know, y'all. I always do that. I'm always like, ooh, put an easel. They're creative. You know, that's just who I am as a person, I guess. But that's such a cute bedroom. I'm obsessed with that. Okay. First floor is done. I'm going to do this area right here later at the end, but then we can move upstairs. And so we've got like a couple bedrooms and then another bathroom. We'll go ahead and do the bathroom here. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of using wood in bathrooms. I know it does exist, but no thank you. So I think I'm going to go with a fun tile. Let's go with something a bit more colorful. It still needs to kind of suit this house. No, I'm not doing that red. Ooh, that's kind of fun, this tiling. Maybe we can do the black and white, and then we can go in with like another, like a warm color on the tile, something that's really like, I don't know, not bougie looking, but just like kind of glam, you know? I don't know if I like that. I want to like that, but that doesn't really fit the vibe. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's actually kind of pretty too. Oh, I'm such a fan of that. We could do a lot of black with that, and that would look gorge. And then there is a matching tiling. Oh, I don't know if I like that actually. Oh no. It's all part of the process. It's all good. You know, we don't need to figure it all out right at the beginning. That's impossible. That is an unrealistic expectation that I put on myself. I'm just going to be honest with you. I tend to be like, oh, I need to be planned out every time I record. And that's just not true. I shouldn't, put that on my shoulders because then it just kind of takes away from the creativity. I really like this tiling. It's so stinking beautiful. I'm sorry. I don't want to use the same like color scheme like that. I do want to go with a different vibe up here in this bedroom or this bathroom. Maybe we can go with this like kind of burnt orange color. I know we did use that downstairs technically though. So maybe brown. Ooh, that looks really, really pretty. So what I'm thinking is toilet here, even though that's a very unfortunate spot for the toilet, maybe here. So they're at least a little ways away from the window. And then we can do like another big little, that makes so much sense. Like countertop here. Let's see, what kind of countertop should I use this time around? I mean, this one's really pretty. It's from For Rent. Absolutely gorgeous. Love the swatches. Ooh, that's really pretty actually. Maybe we can go with like a little bit of a different vibe. Instead of doing that really modern toilet, we can use something a little bit more like this one. I mean, that's still modern, but it's a like a Japanese toilet. That's actually so cute actually. Wow, y'all. Sometimes I listen to myself and I'm like, what are you saying? Like, why are you repeating yourself so awkwardly? None of those things look good. I mean, that one's kind of cute. And for the mirror, let's see. What kind of mirror do I want to use? I want something like this is pretty. I kind of like the idea. Ooh, these are gorge. Oh, I'm obsessed with the way that looks. I think that's such a nice combo. We'll do some little towels, which, oh my goodness, I didn't add little towels on the wall downstairs in that bathroom. I'm so glad I remembered that. We got to put that there because duh. And oh my gosh, the hand soap. I didn't remember the hand soap. That's so silly of me. You got to have hand soap. Put that on either side there. Let's just put like, I don't know, like a jar of Epsom salt here. Or something. I don't know. We'll do some little skincare essential items there. And we do need some toothbrush little decorative items. Oh, so that's why I never use those. That's another one of those items that they didn't sort correctly. I was like, oh, we used those ones downstairs. They aren't sorted properly, so I have to go to the clutter, like general clutter, and then if I really want to find it easily, I need to just filter it here. Yeah, see, this is what I wanted to use up here, and I don't know, do I want to use the black again? I mean, it is quite cute. Maybe we'll do something like this here, I don't like that this is just like a random color. We'll do that. That's better. And then I do want like some kind of like cabinet here or just something for the bathroom. It doesn't have to be specifically a cabinet. I would use this one, but it doesn't really match the vibe like at all. It needs to be something a bit more clean and modern. Like this one does kind of work. I don't know though. I mean, sure. I'll accept that. And then we need the toilet roll holder. Put that there. And then on this side, I think I'm actually going to do a separate shower and tub. So we'll use like a nice, like regular, like normal shower instead of like a custom one. Honestly, it's just because I'm too lazy to figure out how I want to do a custom one. Oh, this one's really pretty, but it's not really the vibe either. There's one from Life and Death that's very cute. I love this one. And there is some red. I don't really like that because there's white, and I feel like that kind of clashes a tiny little bit. Why is the shower head on this one so weird? It's so like big, but ooh, do we like that? I don't know yet. There is a bathtub that came with seasons I would really like to use. This one's very pretty. Let's see. I mean, there's that one, but again, there's more white, and I would rather it be black, just to be honest with you, like that. But see, the colors just aren't. I don't know. The swatches are a little funny. So there is one that came with City Living too. I need not forget that. Ooh, that's kind of fun, but it's too funky. I want this one to be a little bit more natural-ish looking. Do we like this one? I really do, but it makes me want the sinks to be a little different. Just because I feel like if the sinks and the bathtub aren't at least similar, it doesn't feel right. So, how do I want to go about this? Oh goodness, maybe I should use, instead of like counters, maybe I should use like something, ooh, like these. These are quite pretty. Ooh, wait a minute. This is gorge. God, why do I keep saying gorge? Y'all, tell me to stop. Oh, but this is kind of clipping into the wall, so it would have to be like this. Maybe I can make that work though. Maybe that's fine. Cause like, I like that kind of pop of the color on the woodwork here, and it matches this really nicely. Maybe I can just kind of put something in the middle. I want to say there's something that does kind of go in between those. It's probably under miscellaneous. This is from one of the newer kits that came out actually forever ago, the Garden to Table kit. It's by Brazen Lotus. I wasn't actually going to do any more kits after that. After a certain point, but this was a creator kit. So I was like, I really like this creator. They work really hard on their stuff. So I was like, I'm going to at least see how it works. And, that's quite nice, actually. That's probably meant to be more outside. I don't know if I like the swatches though. That looks pretty, but that's kind of gray. I don't know. Maybe this is just throwing me off too with that dark kind of color there. I don't know. The more I'm looking at it, the more I am liking it. That's quite cute. I don't like this being black. I think that should be better. Yeah. Ooh, wait. These have some really, that swatch is so cute. Okay, we're coming together. The toilet, that's got to change again, of course. But that's a cute combo. I'm spending so long on bathrooms today, y'all. I don't know I don't know what's with me, but I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it today. I'm feeling like a bathroom. That's such a silly thing to say, but you know what I mean, hopefully. Do I need to change the tile in here? I mean, a nice terracotta girl. Oh, she's pretty. Very different from the other one. I love it. But probably what we can do is if there's any elements of this kind of warmth in here, we can maybe put that in the bedroom. I said that really funny. I was like warmth instead of warmth. Just saying it, Y'all, it's been a day. I did start my day really nicely though. I had a nice chat with my good friend Tanya, aka Griffey. We usually have somewhat weekly little chats where we just kind of talk and work together on things. And I don't know, we started off a nice day, and I made, honestly, I was just wanting something really quick and easy to make. So I made a kind of a sort of quesadilla, but it had ham and cheddar in it instead, because I was just like, I'm hungry and I don't want effort. I don't want to put effort into anything right now. So I just did that. It was so delicious. It really hit the spot. And I was like, dang, I really want a real quesadilla. That would be so nice. I'm just throwing in some more decor in here because I'm spending forever and a day on this daggone bathroom that I might as well, put some more detail into it. We'll do something like that. That's really cute. It looks used. That's a weird way to put it. It looks lived in. So honestly, let's do like a little orange on these little things here. We'll put the soaps on either side. We'll do the lighter color too. See, that's very lovely. I'm glad that I went with some more modern and warm tones here. As for the curtains, I think maybe this one from Seasons, purely because there's an orange, and I think that would look really, really nice with the towels. Look at that. So cute. I love it. I'm obsessed. I do think I want to carry those colors, like I said, into the bedroom space here. So a really nice, like warm toned, not necessarily brown, but like an orange or something like this would look really, really pretty. You know what? Let's just pick a rug and kind of go off of that rug. That would be kind of a fun way to do it. Kind of me practicing a little idea that I am kind of considering doing. One of y'all left a good comment, which it was already something I was thinking of doing, but I kind of want to possibly do the every room as a random rug challenge, or maybe just every room as a different rug. This one's kind of doing something. Like this kind of goes with the wall a little bit. So like what kind of bed would work with that? I mean, we could use the city living bed again. Like that's, I think, what was originally in this room. That's beautiful because there's orange there, but there's also like a bluey teal. Okay, I like that. I don't like how the windows are placed, but at the same time, there's no other placement that'll make sense. So we'll just stick with that. As for side tables, I mean, these kind of look good. These have a little bit of like a metal on the thing there, and they match the frame really nicely. That's very cute. And then I'm also going to be looking for a good little side lamp table thingy poopy. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, gosh. Side table lamp. Bedside table lamp. What am I saying? I need a break. Ooh, these are gorge. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that. Do I like that though? I feel like this is more green than teal. I feel like the temperature is just a little too on the other side. Maybe this one's better. Ooh, yeah, that's more prettier. More prettier. Again, with the grammar, I'm doing great. But let's find some like wardrobes and stuff like that for this room. You know, maybe this house not having closets makes sense because it was a factory or something before. So, you know, having a closet doesn't make sense because they were not built in like that. Do I want to use this one? Maybe, but I don't know. I want some of the darker wood. I feel like that would make the most sense. I mean, we can put one here. This one from Seasons is really cute because it's got that like good wood tone, but also this kind of goes with it, sort of. This one's a little grayer though. Maybe we do that. That's really pretty. I am just rambling away today. My voice is actually starting to get a little bit tired. So I'm probably going to try to wrap this up soon. Ooh, wait a minute. This is from the Grange Mudroom set, but like, this is really pretty. Like imagine a little closet over here. It kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like color matchy. I don't love this door. I'm going to move the door a little bit. I'm sorry. I know. That's not realistic. But like, I don't know, the orange moments, they're momenting, you know? They're momentous. But let's find some ceiling lights for in here. I think I might just use this one from Seasons because it has like some fun patterns on it. I just need to make it warm tone. That's much better. And I think a little ottoman here would look very nice. Let's see. I want something, probably the city living one. That one's definitely like perfect for this space. Plus it's, you know, city living, so it makes sense to use it here. And it works with the bed really nicely. Ooh, that yellow is a fun pop of color. It complements this really nicely. And then we need some living chairs in here. These are laundry chairs, but at the same time, I don't know, it's kind of nice. I can imagine, you know, being up here and just reading at night or something. It's nice and cozy. Maybe these from Growing Together. Cute. I love those. I love the yellow. And then there's a bit of the warmer, rich color that kind of complements this over here. And then I'll put like a little nightstand kind of in the middle. Actually, this matches really nicely with that too. We'll do the richer color like that. Wow, what was I doing with the placement here? There we go. And then we'll do a nice lamp. I would like this lamp to maybe have like a teal element on it. That would be quite nice. Like maybe this one. Not really, not quite there. Wait a minute, this one. Well, that doesn't really look like a cute lamp for like a little, you know, side table. That one looks more like an office-y lamp. There has to be something. Well, this one's cute. That one's from Get Famous. You know, I like that one a lot. Do I want to put a desk up here? I don't think so. I think this is a good amount of stuff up here. Maybe I can throw like a guitar or something down, like just like here in the corner. That's kind of cute. You know, I haven't placed a single bookshelf in this space. There's things with books on it, so that's fine, but I do think we need to put a bookshelf in here somewhere, like maybe like right here, like a skinny one. You know, it's kind of silly that I have not put one yet. That's interesting choice on my part. What would be something that fits here nicely? I mean, maybe this one because it is quite industrial looking. The wood tones are not my fave. Oh, that one works. You know what? Sure. You can never go wrong with the base game stuff. Sometimes you can, but sometimes you can't. That's nice. And then these curtains are really fun. They're from Eco Lifestyle. I've used these before. So pretty. I really like the way they look. They just have like a good like temperature to them. Love the orange and the teal, and then like the grayish floorboarding honestly kind of works with it. It just looks aged. I think I'll put maybe like a candle set or something over here. I feel like that would look really nice. And then we need to put like a mirror above this too. Ooh, this one's from Royalty and Legacy. That one's really, really cute. And then maybe just like a little clock. This Bridgerton one kind of fits perfectly there. Okay, so we finished the main bedroom. It goes so well with this bathroom. Like, I'm still obsessed with this bathroom. This room here was a kid's room before, and I do want to kind of stick to that. So we need to find something that's still kind of bold. That's really cute. Do I like that for a kid's room? I mean, it's really fun, but I don't know. I want to use something that I haven't really used before, or at least experiment with something different. Let's think here. So we have this one. This one's something I've definitely used, but it's really, really cute. Oh, I'm kind of in love with that. I know. I shouldn't be using brown again, but I can't help it. Okay, I'm sorry. I do want to use a colorful bed. You know, maybe they are a kid, but maybe they have a full-on double bed. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this will at least give you some options too if you're looking to, ooh, that's cute as heck. I really like that. That matches this really nicely. It's a different kind of color scheme than I'm used to too. But if you want to move in maybe a young adult in here, you can do that too. I'm going to put some toys in here, of course, but oh, I'm really liking this kind of combination. This is from the Pastel Pop kit. It is the one that they partnered with Plumbella to do. This was forever ago. I think that would be a really nice little addition. What color? That's kind of cute, but I want something, maybe that. You know what? That's so nice. Maybe this is more of a teen's room, you know? Let me think. What kind of little dresser moment? Ooh, this one's super cute. Oh, that doesn't really match. I was like, ooh, that's perfect, but that's a different blue altogether. But like at the same time, ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. The more I look at it, it's just because there's yellow on it. I think that's why. Then maybe we'll put a desk over in this window. Should we use the one from the, I was going to say the IKEA one. I mean, that is kind of a fun color. I haven't really used this swatch before, but this one is from Little Simsies kit. Hey, look at that. 2 incredible creators that we love and support. Honestly, I legitimately watch Little Simsies content. She's great. Like, shout out to Little Simsy. Honestly, wonderful, fantastic creator. Just an all-around great person. So shout out to her. But what color would work well on this chair? There's a pink. I think it doesn't really go anywhere else. Like, there's no pink anywhere else. But I like it because I can make these pink. And then the pink makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I kind of like the color combo. I don't know if I like the blue on this though. I kind of want to do maybe like either a beige or just more pink. I kind of like the more pink. That's cute. I want to put this little moon lamp just because it's cute. And let's see, what else can go on this little desk here? Maybe some little study books. Oh, see, I want this in real life. This is really cute. I feel like the wallpaper isn't going with the vibe anymore. And I think that's not a bad thing. I think we should change it up. Like, I want it to be, maybe we should use the Pastel Pop wallpaper. I don't use it very much. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've used it. It's so cute. And like, there is a version, I'm pretty sure, that's just like color blocked. I love that soft pink. Oh, I'm obsessed with that. I'm honestly such a big fan of soft pink. Like, that's really, really pretty. I don't know if it's kind of too much though. Like, that one gives me like Sprite vibes, but it's not bad. Maybe this isn't really the wallpaper that we're gonna use. I feel like there's just something off about it. Like, I liked the original, but it's just too much now. I don't know. Maybe it's the flooring needs changed. You know, we can always put carpet up here. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with that. The yellow is kind of fun. The pink is really cute. There's also this kind of like warmer color. I kind of like the pink. It's not really like the greatest, but at the same time, I'm trying to actively use different items in this game, because I have a really bad habit of using the same old, like all the time in my builds. And that can get pretty boring and it can get pretty monotonous. So I think pushing myself outside of this comfort zone, doing something a little different. Hey, if you don't like it, if you don't enjoy it, first of all, you don't have to. But second of all, there's like a version on the gallery where you can just download it and furnish it yourself. So yeah, I don't have to really stress out because this is my version. You've got your own version you can make. I mean, this is kind of cute. I kind of like this bookshelf here. This one is from high school years, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's Growing Together. I'm not really sure. I like that lighter wood. I don't know. I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling because I really want to put some kind of bookshelf here, but nothing is really working. I mean, this is a bookshelf. It's huge. It kind of works though. Maybe it does work. I mean, that yellow with this tealy kind of color is quite pretty. I want something that does match this though. Would that kind of work? I don't know. It doesn't need to. I like it. It's fun. Okay. We need to maybe put like a fun chair in here. That's definitely going to add to the vibe. I mean, we got to do this chair. This one just makes the most sense. I can just put it kind of like in this little corner here. It fits just barely, but it's a good little kind of reading nook for this sim. I think just the default swatch is probably our best bet. This bookshelf is just too much, y'all. Like, I think it's beautiful, but like I want like a single tile bookshelf that can go like right here. I mean, this one's kind of cute. It's from Parenthood. I don't know if I like that shade of pink. I mean, this one's kind of the best bet. It's pink. It fits the colors. It fits here nicely. It's kind of cute. It's not my favorite, but it's working. And then I think maybe we can do like yellow on the windows. I feel like that would look really good. I think we have to change the wallpaper. It's just not really speaking to me. Okay, but like, hear me out. What do we think of this? I'm kind of obsessed because there's pink here. There's pink here. This is also pink. There's pink. There's lots of pink, but it's not just solid pink. Like everywhere, there's elements of pink. That's so fun. I honestly, it's kind of ridiculous, but I really like it. Maybe we can even do like pink on the shades here because I feel like that would go much better. And then maybe this can be pink. Yes. You know, I'm thinking I like that way more. That instantly fixed my issues. There's still a little yellow there too, which I actually quite like this little pop of yellow. I think it works. And then I don't really have room to put like anything here, I don't think. So I'm just going to get a new light. There's not really a lot of space up here for much of anything else. So I'm just going to go with the light and move on. Oh, there's a little pink light, like just like this one, but it doesn't light up the room very well. What about this one? It's kind of wacky, but like, I mean, this room is wacky, so it fits really well. And there's a yellow, so it kind of works. You know what? It's cute. I do think I want to put some posters up in here. I haven't done that yet. We'll filter by high school years and let me find it here. There we go. And we'll just throw a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. Ooh, this one's cute. These like lighter pastel-y ones are going to be perfect. Like this one. Oh, wait, no. This one is perf. And then we'll do maybe this one here. And let's see, is there another like light colored one? I mean, there's fish, but I don't think that's really in their forte. Maybe this little anime poster is cute. I want something here in the middle. So let me look here. This is kind of cute, but that's not really their style, I don't think. It's a little bit more urban. Ooh, that's cute. This one's a little, more ambiguous. I like that a lot. All right, there's the teen's bedroom, I guess. And there is this really nice like landing outside, which we definitely need to take advantage of and put some bookshelves and some other decor up here for sure. Do I use this one from Crystal Creations? I mean, I really like it. There is a red, there is like a light color there. That one looks really pretty. Maybe this can go over here actually in the corner. And then this can be like a nice like piece of art. Probably the one that came with City Living also. Like, ooh, it's like it was meant to be there, honestly. Maybe we'll use that swatch. See the red, it carries your eye. That looks really nice. I'm going to just put that right there. And then we'll find that lot that is used for pictures. We'll get that. We'll do it in the gold. Put one right above it. Maybe we can put a runner here too. That would look kind of nice. I don't really know if we have a runner that is going to work. I mean, there is this one. I mean, the red and the gold look pretty good. We can maybe even put another one like right here. I think maybe another piece of art up here on this wall. Maybe like these. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, I quite like that actually. Okay, so we have 3 outdoor spaces woo, to do. This one will be a no-brainer. This one, I'm just gonna make it a sitting area. I was gonna do a dining space, but they have one literally right here, and I feel like that would be a little redundant. It would be nice to have a space that is just outside to sit. Well, I guess it makes sense if they do that up here. So we'll make this a dining space. Never mind. It's all fine. It's all good. Let's see. What kind of table should I use outside? Well, I don't know. Something that is like maybe this one or like this one perhaps. This one's really pretty. It's from Horse Ranch. I don't know if it really has a swatch that'll kind of work with this kind of space though. Ooh, this table. This one is from that garden to table kit or whatever. That's pretty cute. Has some really good swatches. This one is super pretty. We'll just put it like in the middle right here. And I'll put the light there too. As for the chairs, I'm pretty sure there was some matching chairs that went with it, but I want something a bit more modern looking. Then again, these are very nice and modern. I don't really think they fit though. Maybe they do. That is quite cute. I mean, there is a lighter version. I do kind of like that. It doesn't really fit the rest of the house's vibe though. Maybe this table from Jungle Adventure. Oh, that's so pretty. That's really, really pretty. I love the dark wood. I like that there's like a rich color there and there's like a different tone of wood in the middle. So it kind of has a nice bit of variety. And then I want something that looks kind of outdoorsy, but like could be either or. I mean, there is this chair from Seasons that I think is really fun. It does have like a nice like array of wood tones. This one's pretty, but I like this one a bit more. So we'll use that one, I think, just because it has like the hint of gold. That's actually very, very cute. And then for like a light out here, I'll probably just use the citronella candle because, you know, we're outside. So it makes sense. That's actually very nice. Very simple, you know, putting a grill underneath a veranda. Probably not the best bet. Probably really not safe, but I'm still gonna do it, you know, because it's The Sims, you know. I'm not really gonna try to care about things logically, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll use this one from The Perfect Patio because it comes in a nice like brown. It's very solid, but it's very cute. All right, and then do we need some lighting? We got lighting. I feel like a rug, maybe some plants. Maybe this rug here would look really nice in the brown. And then we can just put some plants on either side. That'll look really good. Maybe we can put a little bench here. That would fit there really nicely too. Ooh, these are really cute for out here. Oh, I love that. And then right here, we can put like a little bench, something that is on the more modern side, but still fits in with like that kind of residential look too. So, ooh, what about the one from Island Living? I just saw it a second ago. It's probably here instead. It's like this one. That one's really cute. I love that. We can even do it in like this kind of darker, richer color. I don't know if I like the way that the blue looks though. Ooh, that's really cute. Is there yellow for this? There is. Do I like that more? Sure. Yeah. I say that very convincingly. And then we'll do maybe some plant pots over here. I mean, you can never go wrong with putting some plant pots. I mean, that's perfect right there. And then we can move upstairs to this outdoor space here. I really am unsure because, to be honest, all I really want to put is just some lounge chairs out here because there's not really like logically anything else I would put. What about this one from that Riviera Retreat set? It's cute. There is a very vibrant like orangey color, but it's a little too yellow for me. I would want something a little warmer. This one's simpler, but ooh, that would be nice. I mean, that would probably be really warm to sit on, but you know, we'll put like we'll do them a little closer because I feel like doing them that far apart would be really, really sad. And then we need like a little table in between them. Just like a small table, like this table. I mean, this is kind of cute. I know it's not meant for that, but it works. And then we'll do some candles out here, I think. We'll probably do a citronella candle or two. We'll try to kind of alternate it. And I know I want to add in the little sun tannin oil here, and maybe like one side can have a radio and the other can have some books on it or something like that. Ooh, yeah, we can do this radio here. We'll just make sure to place it with move objects so it fits a little nicer. And then we can grab some books. I'll just type in I specifically want this book because it looks like an open book here that they've left. Okay, is there anything else that I would want to put out here? We obviously need to put like a rug and some plants, maybe an easel or a telescope. Ooh, definitely want to maybe put like this out here. Then again, I feel like this I'm going to use over here because this one will be more of like an outdoor garden space. This like in the middle and then like plants around it. That's going to look really cool. Really cool. Anyways. Ooh, this is a really pretty plant from Royalty and Legacy. Honestly, I like it. That's very fun. Very simple, but very fun. Okay, y'all. We're almost there. I promise. But then we need another rug here. Maybe this rug, but sized up. Oh my God, it actually does work really well. You can do the brown too. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, and let's put a few skill building items out here. You know, we'll put an easel. We'll put a, what is it called? A telescope. That makes a lot of sense for here. And then we'll throw in an easel over in the corner. Maybe just like right here. So they have some other places to paint. Maybe I'll do it like kind of like this. Or maybe just like in the middle here. And then, I don't know, I kind of want to put a chess table out here. You can never go wrong with a chess table. I mean, that makes sense like right here. Ooh, and then there is a matching chair that came with City Living. That would be really, really nice. Just do one on either side just like that. There we go. And then now we have this little kind of outdoor balcony in the front. This is going to be full of plants for sure. So I'm thinking I'll do some planter pots. I want to do maybe the bigger ones here. We'll do these like wooden ones, like kind of sort of in the middle, maybe like kind of like this. Maybe we need to do like this. And then we'll do like kind of singles there and maybe like more singles here. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. And then maybe we can do the table. It comes with the seasons pack. It's flower arranging. Is flower arranging a base game skill now? I don't know, because I feel like it is. I could be wrong. What do we think of this so far? I like the little setup. It's not too elaborate. I think we need some more like what am I trying to say? Not non-growing plants, because that doesn't make sense. But some more like regular plants that aren't just like plant pots or flower, like live plants. Like I want just regular, like decor. That's the word. Woo, decor. Congratulations to me for figuring that out. I'm going to put maybe like this little guy here. Let's go to decor. Please don't crash. Okay, whew. We're going to save the game. If you're playing along with me and you haven't saved yet, please do, because, we did get an update recently. The game ain't the most stable right now, especially for me, because I updated my mods. Don't do like me. Do as I say, not as I do. But we'll go to decor. We're going to filter by the greenhouse, haven, and blooming rooms kit. Those are like really, really good together. We'll do some little decorative items like this out here. And then put some more pots just kind of scattered around. Let's see, what do we got? I know this is more for like, a greenhouse, but it doesn't mean you can't just use them outside. I mean, these are really, really cute too. I love these plants. I never remember them either. They're so pretty. Let me move these over a little bit. That's going to bug me. That's gorge. Okay, I think that's a pretty good point. This looks really nice. Maybe, this item. I want to put this item somewhere too. There we go. Just enough space to have a little outdoor garden. And yeah, I think that's it. Y'all, I'm really happy with this. I will say though, this little bit in the front, since I removed those windows, it don't look right. So what I want to do is I'm going to go into paintings and posters, and I want to look for like a mural or something. I'm pretty sure City Living and also Cats and Dogs also has these. This would make so much sense for a building like this, like something like that. Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Anyways, y'all, here's the build. We're done. I am honestly so in love with it. I love how industrial and modern it looks. It's super full of life and colorful. I'll show you around the interior real quick. So downstairs, we have like a lovely little living room here. Super, super pretty. And we have lots of reds, we have browns, we have some golds and oranges. Got some, custom paintings in here with, some lights. We kept the original floor plan, as you can see. So the dining room is here in this little space. We have the kitchen right over here. I really love how cozy the kitchen seems. I didn't put a microwave. Oh my goodness, y'all. They can't go without a microwave. That just seems weird, I gotta include that. Oh, gosh, like what's wrong with me? We're gonna use this one here because this is the restored one from that kit. There's a nice red one, so we'll do that. There we go. But yeah, there's the kitchen. We have a downstairs bathroom here. Lots of browns and purples and oranges. I really like this bathroom. The upstairs one's better, but this one's cute. We have a bedroom here just with some really fun colors like purples and reds and some golds and some pinks even. And we move upstairs. This is like an open loft space. This was just how the build was originally, so I actually quite like it. I didn't put any curtains on these. I don't know how that would look if I did put any. So maybe we can. Maybe that's okay. I think I'm going to. Anyways, but we have the landing right here. I kept the doors and the window placements pretty much the same. I just added a couple things out here, nothing too crazy. We've got a main bedroom here with lots of like oranges. We got browns. We've got little pops of teal in there. I really like this bedroom. It's very cute. And then we have a bathroom, which is super cute. I think this one's my favorite bathroom. I haven't done a bathroom like this before. Very cute. Really loving it right now. And then we have a very pastel bedroom. I love this wallpaper from Spooky Stuff. I think it's so stinking cute. It don't need to be Halloween to use it. It's just so pretty. I love the pastel colors. Lots of pinks, teals, pops of yellow here and there. We have a really pretty balcony out back. We have a little dining space and grill out here. And then up on the top floor, the balcony, whatever, in the front, we have a little garden space here too. So I can imagine if this is like full of plants here, it would look so stinking pretty. But that is the build today, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed today's little video. Do let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Do let me know what house I should renovate next as well. There is still so many houses in The Sims 4 that I have not renovated. I will start renovating the newer ones too. It's just, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for saying that the houses are ugly because they're not. They're actually not ugly houses. They're built by creators. So I don't really want to be like ugly, I'll renovate them maybe and just be like, hey, I gave it a refresh. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, a big thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so very much for your support. It is with your support I am able to continue making videos like this full time. If you would like to become a YouTube member, you'll get early access to my videos and you'll get access to some members only videos as well. I am going to get back into doing that some more. I've got some ideas. I just got to do them. But anyways, I really appreciate you all watching the whole video today. Special shout out to you. If you're here still, thank you. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to plant lavender for luck. Bye, y'all.